Okay. Now Janaka Raja is so happy with the teaching of Yajnavalkya. Yajnavalkya has taught him some of the secrets of Upasana. So whatever I have told is only a small, it's not a complete teaching. I am just indicative teaching. If you are interested in Upasana, you have to go into further detail of teaching. Okay, there's a lot more depth in the teaching. Okay. So there's a lot more depth in teaching than just what is told here. Now Janaka Raja comes and says, please bestow your grace on me. Okay. He is asking the master, bless me, bestow your grace. So that in the ancient language is called Anushasana. Seeking grace is called Anushasana in the olden days. Please give me Anushasana. Bless me. Okay. So Janaka Raja had a question about Upasana because he is doing Upasana. But he is not self-realized at that time. Okay. So he doesn't know what next step. After Upasana, what is there next, he doesn't know. He is asking Yajnavalkya, please bless me. In the ancient language, Anushasana. Give me Anushasana or bless me.
Shasana.
Anushasana.
Instruction.
No. Anushasana means the blessing instructions, the teaching. Anushasana means teaching in the form of blessing or grace in the form of blessing. Okay. So Yajnavalkya is very happy. He says, you are a very, very ripe student. Okay. You have done your own sadhana and you also learned from many masters. You are mature enough for receiving the teaching from me. See, the grace, for receiving the grace also you need to have a certain level of maturity. Right? For receiving the teaching, you need a certain level of maturity. So you are mature enough. You have been doing Upasana. You are doing meditation. Right? From here, where are you going? He is asking the question. Where you want to go? For Yajnavalkya. From Upasana, where you want to go? Okay. Where do you move forward? How do you move forward? Upasana means you are taking a path. Now, what is your destination? Where you want to go? Are you clear about that? Janaka Raja says, I don't know my destination, final destination. Final destination is liberation, mukti. How to go there from the Upasana is not known. See, this is actually told, this chapter is there for people who are doing Upasana. Various Upasanas they are doing. From Upasana to Jnana they have to move. The wisdom. So, that's why this chapter is more like a bridge between the Upasana and Jnana. Earlier, so far it was Upasana Kanda, Upasana is there. Now from Upasana or meditation, how do you go to Jnana? That is the question. How do you go to next step? What is next step? Yajnavalkya, Janaka Raja says, oh master, I don't know. You please teach me. So here what is told, from Jnana somebody gets a Brahma, Parabrahma, Jnana. That's very clear. The question is, people who do Upasana also they will get Parabrahma is the question. Supreme reality. There are people who are in Upasana, in modern day way you can say Bhakti, the devotion or Upasana. So people do Upasana also will attain the Supreme. That's the question in another way. That's the question is being addressed. From Upasana, how do you go to Parabrahma? The final liberation final, what I am saying is, the final destination of people who do Upasana also is Brahman, Parabrahma. So for that, the Upasana has to be done. The Upasita Devata has to be connected to Atma, the self. Upasika Devata you are doing as a Devata Upasana, like Surya Devata Upasana. Finally, the Surya Devata have to connect to self. Then only Upasana can happen. Ultimately, from outer to inner you have to move. Okay? From outer level of reality, you have to move to inner level of reality. You can do Upasana of Surya, you can do Upasana of Agni, you can do Upasana of Vayu. They are all physical level realities. Adi Bhautika and Adi Daivika. Then you have to come to Adhyatmika. How they are related to myself. The self means first is body and mind, then awareness, consciousness. Like that it's to go inside. Okay. So for that now the teaching of Mandukya Upanishad is taken here. Mandukya Upanishad is considered. Mandukya Upanishad speaks of, see finally Upasana means what? Upasana means you are doing a Devata. That's a duality. I am there and Devata is there. I am there and Agni Devata is there. Agni Devata is very powerful. I am there, Sun Surya Devata is there. Surya Devata is very powerful. Right? So there's a duality. From that duality you have to move towards the self. Okay? Self means that Devata you have to do Upasana in your body and the mind and the intellect and fully in the self. From that way, from Upasita Devata, you can go to Parabrahman. From outer to inner to beyond. The journey has to happen. Right? Are you clear?
I'm still focusing on the Devata only.
No.
You're saying bring the Devata.
No, that's how Devata, that next step is told. Okay. So, Mandukya Upanishad speaks of Atma, the self, has four Ayam Atma Chatushpad, four legs of Atma, the self. Okay. Leg has, the Atma has four legs. Ayam Atma Chatushpad, four legs of Atma. What are they? Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti and Turiya. The four is related to four states of consciousness. Waking state, dream state, deep sleep state and Turiya, beyond. Right? So now from the Devata, outer, the physical level reality, we are coming to our consciousness. Okay. So from Devata, who is manifest reality, we are moving back to the self. Self has four aspects: waking state, dream state, deep sleep state and Turiya. Now these are not four legs like four legs of a chair, four legs of a cow. No. These are four aspects of Brahman. Four aspects of reality. Okay. So the four aspects of reality, you can say, there's a 25 paisa coin. 25 paisa coin has to be, is a part of 50 paisa coin. 50 paisa coin is part of 75 paisa. 75 paisa is 100 rupees. Not like the four independent legs. There are lower and lower level reality. One level of reality has to be merged with the other level of reality. Other level of reality has to merge with the higher level reality. Okay. So like that, four aspects of Brahman is called Chatushpad. Brahman. The Mandukya Upanishad says, first starts with I am Atma Brahma. This self is Brahman. I am Atma Brahma. Okay. So now which is the self? The self is Brahman. Ultimately we are from any Devata Upasana, we have to go back to Brahman. Mandukya Upanishad says there are four aspects of Brahman: waking state, dream state, deep sleep state and Turiya. The waking state Devata or the power of consciousness is called Vaishwanara. Okay. Vaishwanara is the power of consciousness or Devata in the waking state. Okay. Vaishwanara is the power of consciousness operating in the waking state. Right? the consciousness. And what does Vaishwanara experience? The world, which is Virat, the universe. In the waking state, the Vaishwanara experiences the gross world called Virat.
Virat is also Devata.
Virat is the object. That's also Devata. Okay. So Vaishwanara experiences the Virat in the waking state. The totality of world is experienced by Vaishwanara in the waking state. Now what happened to the Jiva? Jiva, the individual consciousness, is identified with the body. Okay. Thinks I am the body and this is the world I am experiencing. Really, it is the Vaishwanara who is responsible for running the entire operation. Your body functioning. Okay. Aham Vaishwanaro bhutva praninam dehamashita pranapana samayukto pachaminam chaturidam. The Vaishwanara is running your body. The functioning of the body, thinking, everything is happening because of Vaishwanara. But Jiva starts thinking that it's for I am doing it. The individual consciousness. Okay.
Thinking is happening because of Vaishwanara.
Vaishwanara.
And how does Jiva think like that?
It's ignorance. Jiva is nothing but Vaishwanara. Jiva is not identified with Vaishwanara. Jiva is identified with the body.
Are you saying in the waking state, Vaishwanara is experiencing the world through Jiva, but in the body?
No. Vaishwanara is throwing light on the world. It's the awareness of the world.
So the awareness in the waking state is called
Vaishwanara. Okay. So now the Jiva is only identifying the limited body and thinking that I am the body. Okay. So now there are two aspects here. Vaishwanara is the consciousness and what is experienced is the world.
It's Virat.
Virat. So are there two? The Vaishwanara and the world, are there two? There is no two. There is one. There is no duality. Vaishwanara and the world is not two. Vaishwanara and the world is one reality. Okay. And that Vaishwanara in the Vedanta, in another page, Vaishwanara is in the right eye of a human being for purpose of meditation, Upasana. For Upasana you need a place. So let's say I have to do Upasana of Indra or Agni or Vayu or Sri Krishna. I need a Vigraha or a place. The position of Vaishwanara is the right eye. From the right eye, the gross world is seen. The Vaishwanara is in the right eye. Okay. So it's actually for contemplation purpose. Some place they have to hold in the body. Vaishwanara is in the right eye and Virat is the object. Experience of Vaishwanara is in the left eye. Virat.
Appeared from Vaishwanara? When you say it is one single reality.
And both are appearing from Atma, the self, Brahman. Okay. Here, the word used is for the universe or the matter. They use the word called Anna. Anna means, Anna is what food you eat, what you experienced. Okay. The experience is called Annada. Annada and Anna. So, Vaishwanara is the Annada and Virat is Anna. Okay.
Physical and
consciousness and the physical. Subject and the object. Subject is Vaishwanara and object is Virat. So that they call as husband and wife. Husband is Virat, Vaishwanara, and wife is called Virat. So their terminology. So in the right eye, Vaishwanara is there and left eye, Virat is there. Okay. Typically in our marriage and all, okay, we have a position for sitting. The wife sits right side to husband or left side to husband. At some functions, you are made to sit on the right side and some functions you are sit to sit. The right side is called spiritual and left side is called material. in the ancient.
Right side is called.
Okay, so Devatas also are in our spiritual, in our ancient this thing. When the wife is sitting on the right side, you are performing something like yajnas, which are for spiritual purpose. On the left side, for material purpose, like social functions. Okay, some concept they had like that. And he says Vaishwanara is in the right eye and left eye Virat is there. So they both are there one. So this you have to meditate. This is the teaching. Means Vaishwanara and Virat are not separate. They are one reality. One aspect of Brahman. Okay. So I will tell it in this another way. Okay. So let us say there is an object. Okay, let us say there is a flower. Okay, flower is an object and I am the subject, I am the seer. Here I am thinking that I am the body. In reality, that the seer is nothing but not the individual, it's a universal consciousness called Vaishwanara. But I am thinking that I am the body who is seeing it. Understand? So, the flower is there and I am seeing it. Are there two subject and object? There are two different entities. Is there a subject and object there? There is no subject and object. There's one experience of seeing is there. Okay? There's one experience of seeing appearing in consciousness. Okay? Right? There are not two. There's one experience. The seer and seen are connected by seeing. In reality, there are not two. Seer and seen, there are not two. There is a seeing is there. Okay. Seeing is also happening in knowing. There is a knowing there. The Sakshi, the witness. So in reality, the one Brahman appears as Vaishwanara and Virat. They are not two separate entities. There are two entities which are related through process of seeing. Process of seeing is happening in knowing, and knowing is in Parabrahma, which is beyond knowing. So same Parabrahma appears as Hiranyagarbha, Vaishwanara and Virat. Okay, it's appearance of Brahman. So now in the Upasana, what this Jiva does, so he is identified with the body. Okay, now he has to do Upasana saying that I am one with Vaishwanara. Okay, so Vaishwanara and Virat are one. So Vaishwanara and Virat are manifestation of Brahman. That's the meditation he has to do. Like that, from individual you are moving to universal, step by step. Right? So that's the Upasana methodology which is there. So Yajnavalkya is telling him, taking him step by step from individual Upasana. So earlier he was just doing Upasana of Vaishwanara. Now Vaishwanara and Virat are one, and Virat and Vaishwanara are appearance of Brahman. He has to teach like that, step by step. From Devata Upasana, now you are coming to Atma, the self, which is me. Now me is the first level body.
Earlier he was doing Vaishwanara Upasana.
No, he is doing different Upasanas.
Yeah,
Here this example of Vaishwanara he has started Yajnavalkya. Okay. So from individual, I am the body, you have to, Devata Upasana means I am the body and there are Devatas, very powerful Devatas. I am doing Upasana of those Devatas. Is first level.
Devatas fall under Virat or Vaishwanara?
They are actually
Virat only, no? Object.
They are objects, which is physical level. Then you bring it to consciousness level.
So earlier he was doing Virat Upasana.
Yeah.
Yajnavalkya is bringing him now to Vaishwanara Upasana.
See, the Devatas are
Virat.
actually power of consciousness. Agni Devata. So he is treating Agni as a, let's say somebody treats Agni as Devata. Devata also has consciousness, it's not just object. But they are separate from me. So when I do Upasana of Shiva or Rama, Rama and Shiva are separate from me. Right? They are also conscious. It's not just object.
So anything separate from me, I will consider that as Virat now.
No. Virat is just an object. It's not only Virat. There is a consciousness in this Devata. It's a power of Virat.
This also has consciousness.
Yeah, power of Virat.
Power.
Okay. So now from that outer, you have to move to inner. So Upasana has to be done in your body rather than outside. Where is in your body? In the right eye you do Upasana of Vaishwanara, and left eye you do Upasana of Virat. Okay. So now the position is not outside but in your body. So from that, like that, you are taking step by step to deeper and deeper. So then this is the waking state. In the dream state, there is a Taijasa. Devata is Taijasa. Dream state, you are a Jiva. You are an individual. So you are individual, you are experiencing the world. Alright? You have an individual body. What is that?
Dream state and Upasana.
Allapa, that you do Upasana, you do in the waking state only. Understanding dream state.
In the waking state, we do Upasana of the dream state.
Waking state, you are thinking, understanding and meditating on the dream state. This is what is happening in the dream state. In the dream state, you are an individual. You have a dream body. There is a dream world. Okay. The consciousness which is lighting the dream world is called Taijasa. Okay. And the dream world is called Hiranyagarbha. This is not just individual dream world, it's a collective dream world. It's for all of them, all the individuals is same. When I speak of Vaishwanara and Virat and all, it's not just individual, it's all universal. So here you are doing Upasana, the Taijasa and Hiranyagarbha are one. And I am one with the Taijasa and Hiranyagarbha.
Same thing. Taijasa and Hiranyagarbha.
Hiranyagarbha. Okay. And at the deep sleep level is called Pradna and Ishvara. So they are one. So like that, from an outer you are taking to your waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, you are relating that universal consciousness. Now all of these are from Brahman. Okay. So Mandukya Upanishad says, I am Atma Brahma. This self is Brahman. Now which self? Where is this self? I am means what? This self is Brahman, you are saying. So finally you have to say you are related to Brahman. Yourself you have to relate to Brahman. Okay. Now what is this yourself here? Which is yourself is the question. The self which is referred here, okay, is the self in the deep sleep state. It's called Pradna. That's called Pratyagatma. Okay, the self in the deep sleep state. What is the nature of the self in the deep sleep state? It is non-dual. There is no separation between the world and experience and experienced. Experience and experience, there is no separation in the deep sleep state. Okay. Now for whom it is being told? For teaching is for whom? For the waking state Jiva. Waking state Jiva has identified with the body and mind. So waking state Jiva has to be told two things. You are one with the Vaishwanara and Virat. Okay. That's at the universal level. In your own experience, you are nothing but the Pratyeka Atman or the Atma in the deep sleep state. Why? Because that experience you can understand. Very blissful, no stress. Okay. So that is the nature of yourself in deep sleep. That's why when you say I am Atma, that self, which is actually the self in the deep sleep state. So now you can relate. Oh, this is me. So now that self in the waking state has associated with the body. I don't know. I am that way, the deep sleep self state, deep sleep self, which is blissful. And that self is Brahman, because the Brahman also has same nature, non-dual and bliss. So the deep sleep self is called Pratyagatma. Pratyagatma is used as a pointer to Brahman. Brahman is not Pratyagatma, but Pratyagatma is a pointer to Brahman. The ornament is not gold. Ornament is gold, but gold is not ornament. Pratyagatma is Brahman. Brahman is not Pratyagatma. So, okay. So, let us make it simplified. There is a consciousness in the waking state, the consciousness in the dream state, and consciousness in the deep sleep state. Consciousness. Right? So, the consciousness in the waking state sees the experience the world. The world and consciousness cannot be separated out. Okay? World and consciousness is one experience in the waking state. But we feel there is a separation. I and the world is there, separation is there. That's because I am identifying the body. Is that reality when you experience the world? When you experience the world, it's one experience. It's not two. But the mind is coming into picture and you are identifying the body and saying, oh, I am this and the world is this. The separation is happening. In reality, that's happening as a total experience. The total experience is called Vaishwanara and Virat. Okay. But Jiva is thinking that I am only this body, without understanding that this experience is happening in Brahman. One reality experience is happening. Okay. So you have to be told, my dear, there is no two entities here. There is one non-dual reality called Vaishwanara and Virat. One experience happening in Brahman. One experience is appearing in Brahman. Okay. In that you have identified yourself as a body, but you are not the body. Your real nature is the deep sleep condition, Pratyagatma, where you are experiencing bliss. Now you are suffering because you are identifying the body in this whole experience. Are you getting one logic? So the entire purpose of Vedantic teaching is to take you away from the dualistic thinking to non-dualistic thinking. From Dvaita to Advaita. Okay. So then you say, you are pointing to I am Atma, yourself. Vedanta, the Upanishad says, I am Atma, this self. So Brahman is not this self. But this self you know in the deep sleep condition, blissful self. This self, what you are, is Brahman. Pointing to Brahman. Which is beyond the creation, beyond the manifestation. What is common to this self and Brahman? Brahman is pure awareness. Okay. This is consciousness manifested in the body. Okay. The consciousness manifested in the body is a reflection of Brahman. But deep sleep state, you have a characteristic of Brahman in terms of bliss and non-duality. So that's why waking state person is taught. Yourself, which is called I am Atma, which is deep sleep self, is Brahman. Okay. The waking state person also is given another education. What you are experiencing as a waking world, which consists of Virat, the consciousness which experiences it, which is called Vaishwanara, they are one. That's actually husband and wife. Anna and Annada. There's no duality. One experience is there. For example, right now I am experiencing this room. This experience is one experience actually. But then the moment I give attention to my mind, it says, oh, this Prabhu is the body is experiencing it. Body is not experiencing it. The consciousness is experiencing itself. Okay. Then in that consciousness, individual I is coming into picture, saying that, claiming that, oh, I am this body experiencing it. In reality, the consciousness is experiencing itself. So, in other words, Brahman or pure awareness manifests as a world. The world has a conscious part and object part, which is actually one experience. What we call as Vaishwanara and Virat. The Vaishwanara and Virat is one experience appearing in Brahman. In between, the Jiva is coming and saying, I am the experiencer, where body mind is concerned. A non-dual experience is converted into duality by the Jiva. So the jiva has to be given education. My dear, it's not your experience, it's experience of the universal consciousness called Vaishwanara, and experience is called universe called Virat, which is nothing but one reality appearing as two. Okay, you are claiming that you are a body, but you have forgotten your true nature, which is actually a deep sleep state, which is non-dual. And deep sleep state, non-dual state is called Pratyagatma, the real self or innermost self. So the Pratyagatma also is also a manifestation in the reality. The real Atma or Brahman is beyond all this awareness or Turiya. Pratyagatma is pointing to Turiya. Like that, an individual has to be taken from duality, a sense of illusion of individual self, to a non-dual experience, to real absolute reality called Parabrahma. Are you understanding the sequence? This is how Yajnavalkya teaches king. So he gives some, he gives a terminology of that time. The devatas which are here, okay, devatas which are here are Taijasa or this, what do you call this? So they are giving, they have another name also for this Vaishwanara and Virat. They are called Indra and Indrani. Indra means master of sense organs and his wife Indrani. In the right eye Indra is there and left eye Indrani is there. Okay. So then these sense organs are supported in the heart. The heart is supported by, the heart is the center of the body, and the heart is supported by pranic energy flowing through nadis. The prana is the devata. Okay. So prana is, the prana devata is also called pradnana atma. Pradnana means deep sleep. Deep sleep. Okay. Your physical body is not functioning. Annamaya kosha is not functioning. But prana is functioning. Okay. In deep sleep only prana is functioning. Okay. The Pratyagatma or deep sleep consciousness what you have is also called Pranatma. Prana only is functioning that time. The body and mind is not functioning, the world is not there. Pranatma. Pranatma or Pratyagatma is called. That Pratyagatma or Prana Atma is nothing but Brahman, supreme reality, pure awareness. So like that, from grosser to subtle, from the outer to inner, the journey. So people when they are doing Upasana, they are thinking that Devata is separate and I am separate. Okay. The duality is there. Then you have to be told that Devata is in your eyes and your body. Devata is not just outside, Devata is in your eyes and body. So then Devata has to be related to consciousness. The experience you have to have is because of consciousness, Chaitanya. And experienced is the object. Okay. The object depends on the subject. That's why Vaishwanara is the subject and Virat is the object. It's called Anna and Annada. Anna and Annada are one. Okay. They are also called Indra and Indrani. They are meant to be meditated on eyes. Similarly, Taijasa and Hiranyagarbha, they are one. And Pradna and Ishvara are one. So all of them have to be meditated in the heart because the body is the heart center. Heart is the center of the body. The Pradna, there is no mind, there is no world there. The Pradna is operated with the Prana. So Pradna is also called Pranatma. So the Pranatma is your real nature, it has to be told. Now you are suffering. But real nature is not suffering. Real nature is because your wrong identification of the body is suffering. Really you are nothing but the Pranatma. You are the Pratyagatma. Whose nature is what? Bliss in the deep sleep state. And the bliss in the deep sleep state is also pointing to Brahman, which is a reflection of Brahman in your body. The real you is nothing but the Pratyagatma is nothing but Brahman, who is the Sakshi. So like that, from Upasana you have to take a sadhaka in the Jnana Marga to Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. This is what Yajnavalkya is doing to Janaka Raja. Are you clear? So Janaka Raja is very, very happy with this, and he gives a lot of gifts to Yajnavalkya, a lot of cows to Yajnavalkya.